Hey guys, Mr. C here. So yesterday what we did was basically we checked out and we added our this WP-enqueue, the Bootstrap WP-enqueue to our functions.php file. What we need to do is we need to move this because our custom style is getting loaded before Bootstrap. So if there are any of the same class names, they're getting overwritten by Bootstrap. So all we need to do is go to line 124 in our functions.php file, cut that, and then go up here, make a couple lines, and then paste it in right there. Okay, so we just move that line before the style.css, but we do want it after the normalized.css. Okay, be sure and save that. And then also yesterday in our header file, we changed the div class to container. And what else did we do? We copied and pasted the main.css file into style.css. Don't forget to save that. And then we also copied the content from our index.html file into our home page. And so that gave us this page right here. So everyone should be looking at this guy right here. Let me just go through and verify real quick there wasn't anything else that we did. Yeah, that was it. So this is where we stopped right here, was C9 change class to container. Okay, so we're going to pick up from there now. And in our header.php file, so header.php is over in our themes HTML5 blank stable. That's this guy right here. Go to the header.php file. Yesterday we changed the class to container. We're going to do just a little bit more. Right here, this is a header tag, and we're going to change this to a div. Okay. And then we're going to add the word fix after the word clear. So the class is going to be header clear fix, and then we're going to delete the role. Okay, save that. All right, let's go over to our page and refresh. Cool. All right. And our div that contains our navigation, this right here is a PHP function that's actually in the functions.php file. This loads up our navigation. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a change to this. Oh, you know what? First, before we do that, let's open up page.php. And we're going to make a few comments, or remove some of the comments. So if you scroll down the page here, all of this stuff, so we don't want people to be able to click and edit the page even though they don't have your username and password. We just want to remove that feature. Also, we want to get rid of the search, and then all of this meta stuff, we want to get rid of that as well. So those are functions. When the page loads, those are functions that are called that spits all that junk out. So all we're going to do is we're just going to comment those functions out. So those functions won't fire. Therefore, this stuff won't show up. So I'm going to go to my page.php file. It's in my HTML5 blank stable theme. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to, first of all, let's look for the sidebar stuff. So down at the very, very bottom of the file, line 43 is this get sidebar. And so this is a PHP declaration. And so if I just do // it will comment this out. See how that changes to gray? So what that means is now this is not going to load. So it's still there if we ever want to re-enable it. Let's save that. But it's just commented out. So when PHP interpreter hits that, it will just skip over that. So now when I refresh the page, Control R, all that stuff is gone. Bye-bye. Okay, we still want to remove that edit this. So and let's go up and right here to line 20. We're going to comment out the edit post link on line 20. Let's refresh that. Cool. And just for good measure, we're going to comment out the comments because we don't want any comments to show up. Even if people manage to put comments on our page, we don't want them to show up because it's not a blog, it is a page. Okay, and that shouldn't change anything, but just for good measure, we removed it. Okay, cool. So far, so good. And next up, so we've removed the comments, we've removed the sidebar, and we've removed the edit post. Now what we need to do is go back to the page.php, or we're in the page.php. So in the top of the page.php file, it puts the title of the page in the page file. And what we want to do is we actually want this to be in our header because it's part of the navigation. It's in that, it's going to be in the header area with our navigation. So we're going to actually select this whole line right here, including the H1 opening and closing tags. And we're going to do Control or Command X to get rid of that line. Save the file, Control S. And then we're going to go over to header.php. And we're actually going to add this. Oh, I see a mistake here. We're going to add this after the closing nav tag. So I'm going to do Control V to paste that in there. Okay. I don't know if you noticed the error. When we change this div, we change this from header to div, we have to change the closing tag too. So we need to change this to closing div as well. Okay. And that will hopefully change some things around. Let's refresh the page. All right, cute. Tiny little difference. All right. Nav class. We're going to remove the class from the nav here and also the role. So this is just going to be nav. So we're going to save that. And then our last item, this is going to be a tricky one here. Don't forget to save your file. Our last one is in the functions.php file. Scroll down to, or scroll up or down, wherever you're at, to line 75. Go to line 75. So this is an array that sets up all of the features for our navigation. And there's a lot more that we're going to have to do with this. It's going to be a little complicated, but we're just going to do one simple thing today. And this is going to help put our navigation over to the right. So what we're going to do, we're going to look for this entry right here, menu class, which is at line 75 in my file. It should be 75 in yours, but it might be 76 or 74. But what matters is that it's menu class. And we're going to change this from menu. So the class is not going to be menu anymore. We're going to change it to the Bootstrap nav space nav dash pills space and then float dash right. Save. Okay, cool. Sweet. Make sure that file is saved. Head on over to your big page here, refresh, and we're getting closer. Very cute. Okay. Now the trick is this logo up here. Your challenge is how do we get rid of that logo? So that's what you guys are going to be working on. I'll give you the solve on, or maybe I won't. I don't know. But you guys need to figure that out. Okay. That should do it. Bye.